guys, it's Mike Chen and welcome to my new kitchen. I'm done with a move. This is my new place here in Seattle. Counter space. Never had that before. And sorry I've been away for so long. I love cooking. I've always wanted to continue this channel up, but before the move, it was pretty hectic. But now that I'm here and I got this cool little kitchen space, let's get it cooking. And we're gonna start off with something really simple. I mean, this is about as simple and as delicious as you can get. And it's fun, whether you're like a 6-year-old or you're a 30-year-old or you're a 50-year-old, everyone's gonna love this recipe because it involves something really happy. Coca Cola. Not a sponsor, by the way. We're gonna make some Coca Cola chicken wings. And here's what you need. Coca Cola, obviously, some cooking oil. I got some olive oil here, some salt. If you need it, it's just for taste. I'm not gonna add any in this recipe, but in case you want something a little saltier, that is available for you. Some light soy sauce, some dark soy sauce. You will need both, and I'll explain why later. Some roasted sesame chicken wings, about a dozen or so. And we're cooking with beer today. And I'm using Modelo Mexican beer, and some ginger and scallions. And to prepare everything, I've been marinating the chicken in the beer for about an hour. And the purpose of that is to really add more depth to the flavor and also to tenderize the meat. When you're prepping the chicken, make sure to cut each side a little bit just so that the beer and Coke can really get in there. And if you don't have any beer, that's all right. You can use some cooking wine later. That's still gonna add that depth of flavor, and you don't need to marinate it. I'm doing it because, well, I think it's best this way. And it's like the only reason I have beer in my fridge is to cook with, since I don't drink. All right, first thing we need to do, slice up the ginger and the scallions and separate them by the white parts and the green parts, and we're gonna use the green parts as garnish later. Cooking process really couldn't be simpler. Medium heat, drizzle a little oil, heat that up, and we're gonna add the white parts of our scallions and our ginger. Stir that around, get that nice and aromatic. Takes about 30 seconds. By the way, if you like the Feed Me shirt, new shirt designs are available at the shirt store. Check it out down below. All right, that's looking good. Got my marinated chicken over here. And don't throw this beer away. We're gonna use some of that. And we're just gonna cook this a couple minutes on each side to get it nice and brown. You don't need it cooked all the way through, just nice and brown. Ginger and beer. Oh, that's aromatic. And that great fried flavor of the chicken. After you brown both sides, take some of your beer and just pour a little in there. Maybe about a cup or so, and just let that cook. And don't worry, all the alcohol is gonna cook out, it's gonna evaporate, and what's gonna be left is that great flavor inside your chicken. Let this cook, again, medium heat, let it cook down, and then the fun really begins. So I added about half a cup of beer into my wings, which already were marinated in beer. So you're gonna get that really nice flavor without getting all tipsy. After a couple minutes, when that's cooked down, we're gonna start adding our sauces. So, light soy sauce. The dark soy sauce is really just for color. All the flavor is coming from the light soy sauce. We're gonna add a tablespoon of that. And then just a teaspoon of the dark soy sauce for some nice color. And like I said, that's the predominant reason why we use dark soy sauce. Oh, this is looking great and smelling great. Let that cook for 1 minute, and now the magical ingredient. We're gonna add a can of Coke, so it's 12 ounces of Coke. This is 16 ounces here. I'm gonna add 12 ounces of this and cook it in the chicken. I mean, if you can clean with Coke, why not cook with Coke, right? Does that make any sense at all? Maybe not. Now we're gonna simmer this until the Coke cooks down. Then we're gonna turn this on high heat, reduce everything, and then we have our Coca Cola chicken wings. And when you're waiting for this whole thing to cook, if you want to grab a beer, you can, since you have them ready. Or if you like me, you don't drink, finish off the Coke. Ugh. Yeah, no wonder I stopped drinking these things. Whew, that's sweet. So we're gonna simmer this for about 3 minutes. Don't forget to flip your chicken one more time. Basically, we're gonna simmer it until we're sure the chicken is all the way cooked. Once that is the case, turn the heat on high, and we're gonna reduce the Coca-Cola. And this is the funnest part. You're gonna start seeing this get really, really thick and caramelized. It's gonna cover the chicken wings very well. I mean, when you stare down at the food that you made and it's giving you all sorts of feelings right here, you've done good. And the sauce is gonna cover the chicken really, really well because, well, it's very syrupy. And I like to cook it a little longer than most because I like a little caramelization on the sauce, and I like that caramelization on my chicken. So when the sauce is bubbling, it's basically caramelizing. And I wanna cook it just a tiny bit after that until there's almost no sauce left, which I'm at that point right now. Turn off my fire. We're ready to serve. Oh, that syrup. You might think this is completely crazy, but it's amazingly delicious. That is the best use of Coke ever. I mean, trust me, you will absolutely adore this recipe. This is so good, and you will be licking your fingers as much as I am doing right now. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. Although there's a can of Coke in here, not overly sweet, a little caramelized. Wings have a deliciously umami flavor. And that's all due to the soy sauce. Chicken is juicy and tender, and you can taste the amazing beer flavor. Trust me guys, you and whoever you made this for is gonna demolish these wings. Also, what I love about this recipe is have people taste it first. No one would ever guess this is Coca-Cola chicken wings. Have them taste it, and when they're complimenting on how good this is, and yes, they will be complimenting you. Tell them it's made with a secret sauce that's one of the most closely guarded recipes in the world, and you will not be lying. I mean, 11 herbs and spices. I'm sorry, Colonel, I could guess 80% of that, but this, I have no idea what's in here. And again, this is something your whole family will love. I mean, kids will love that you cook with Coca-Cola. Adults will love it that you cook with beer. This is deliciously amazing for all ages. I mean, this dish is essentially the Lion King. Greatest thing, when you're eating it, you can eat it with a beer or with a Coke because you're gonna have both. All right, guys, definitely try this out. All the ingredients is listed for you in the description box below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Until we cook again, see you later.